proximity to each other's lives. But there's a lot more to life than that, and I realized that in these last few years. And we just became very different people. And so we had nothing in common overnight. It's very strange, but that happens.
right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the Rush Gaming Collegiate Tournament. Kicking things off here, welcome to be here, and excited for what should be a fun event over the next couple of weeks that will be taking place. Eventually, a winner will be crowned, and ultimately that prize pool on the line. So looking forward to some fun Dota, different Dota. You know, this isn't EG, this isn't OG, this isn't TNC. You get the point. These aren't the top of the top tier teams, but it should be some good competition nonetheless. Looking forward to seeing what these universities have bringing to the table when it comes to them players and how they compete. With that in mind, to kick things off as far as coverage goes, we have the University of Madison, Wisconsin on the dire side going up against the University of Toronto here in what is a best-of-1 group stage matchup. I'm BreakyCPK, going to be your caster. Welcome, thank you for tuning in, and I welcome you to the broadcast. With one thing to get out of the way off the bat, obviously this is once again the Rush Gaming Tournament. You can download the Rush Gaming app on the Google Play Store if you would like, and you can watch the stream via the Rush Gaming app. It also helps support myself as a caster. You can give me some stars and some upvotes on there, and it helps support me in return. So I would appreciate that, but either way, I'm just happy to have you guys here and watching what should be a fun game. All right, the draft is underway, though, and right now Madison going to be banning their third hero before, of course, the first pick to happen. I'm always intrigued to watch these levels of matches as well, because especially with the draft, you know, sometimes we'll see them doing what the pros do. Of course, currently there is a major tournament going on, the Kuala Lumpur Major, so if these guys happen to be watching, you know, they're going to pick up on what these top teams are doing. And I gotta say, from the drafts, I am seeing that a bit. You know, the Terrible Band, the Weaver, the Centaur has been very popular in the offlane role. Necrophos, Axe, Silencer on the other side, all very much so bands that are being quite popular at said event. Phoenix first pick going to come out for the side of the Radiant, a.k.a. the University of Toronto. So the Phoenix strong pick. Expect Madison to respond perhaps with an egg killer right away. Heroes that do come to mind, though, that are still there. Another core that has been very popular, by the way, lately, within these last couple of weeks, it almost feels like Arc Warden has almost taken over the scene as far as a core. Now, Arc Warden's one of those, if you're not really practiced in the hero, not necessarily the easiest to play, so there is that, of course, to keep in mind in terms of picking up said hero. But speaking of an egg killer, they are going to go the Murana, which, of course, she brings that already. I like Shadow Demon. Bane is also a very popular combination with the Murana. I would expect one of those two picks to be coming out with the second pick here. You know, it's just one of those, all right, let's get the partner for Murana. Let's have a strong duo to kick things off. The way they're thinking, though, maybe they are going to go a different direction with this second pick. You don't want to necessarily overdo it on the cores. They could get something like an Undying. Might not be bad either for that bully support. Okay, they go the Ogre Magi. Definitely another kind of helper at the egg killer, of course, providing that Bloodlust buff. And speaking of bully supports, Ogre Magi up there on the list as far as one that you have to look out for, and can be very annoying in the laning phase. Also is a decent setup for the arrow with that Fire Blast done, especially with the multicasts coming out, so nothing wrong with the Ogre Magi pick. The Radiant, speaking of Undying, I think they could actually go there for themselves still. However, having the Phoenix already, probably going to be more the position 4, unless they want to run it as the offlane we also have seen. So
Radiant team
okay, where are they going to go? No, I'm not going to lie. I was actually thinking Brewmaster for a second. I'm not sure why, but okay, well, the benefits of a Brewmaster off the bat against what they're dealing with so far. It is some decent lockdown for Murana to prevent her from getting away. The Purge, though, it's good against that Bloodlust buff. It will remove the Bloodlust buff from targets that he uses the Purge on, so something else that it could be useful for. And it's just always a good off-lane laning support, so, or a laning hero, excuse me. So I actually like the Brewmaster pick quite a bit right there.
10 seconds remaining.
On the side of University of Wisconsin-Madison.
5 seconds
Sorry,
remaining.
I'm just making sure something's working here on my end. Okay, I want to make sure the stream's looking good. Okay, so there is that. Okay, it looks like it is. Good to go. It's the first time I'm streaming on YouTube, not going to lie. So I want to make sure everything is looking good, and it looks like we are good to go. All right, the final ban. We got a Drow Enigma ban from the Radiant side from the University of Toronto. Drow especially, when you already have a Marana pick and an Ogre, yeah. I think banning the Drow makes a lot of sense. Phantom Lancer taken out from Madison. Not a lot of the popular cores are left open, other than the Arc Warden, as I mentioned. Again, it's Arc Warden's interesting, though, in that if you don't really have a comfortable Arc Warden player, you're probably not going to be picking it up right now. And in these tier teams, it wouldn't surprise me if said core is not comfortable. Obviously, I'm not too familiar with the squads and who plays what, so we're going to kind of learn together as far as the shaping up right here. Of course, as far as meter real quick. There we go. All right. Third pick, though, for Madison. So they got the Ogre Marana opening. I still like the idea of going that Bane or Shadow Fiend, or Shadow Demon. Not Shadow Fiend. That is not a hero we see a lot right now on the scene. Okay, they go Skywrath Mage. Now, Silence, very good against Brewmaster. Getting that off on him before he Primal Splits. Strong tool. Obviously, Skywrath, excellent as far as harassment goes. And that's if it's a support. I mean, if it's a core, it definitely still does that plus more. I think you can get away with a Skywrath support a lot of the time, though. He still provides that Ancient Seal Silence. He could still even get kills by himself with the Mystic Flare eventually at level 6. So I usually like seeing more of that support Skywrath, unless the mid matchup just makes so much sense. Like if he's going up against something like a Storm Spirit, I guess, or you know, in that mid matchup where it would be comfortable for him, taking advantage of the silence and the spamming of arcane bolts, whatever it may be. So we'll see if that comes out eventually. But Faceless Void going to be happening for Toronto. Okay, Faceless Void, good setup, good combo with the Phoenix. Hell, they could even go another step and even pick the Treant Protector. He's not the most popular right now, but Treant Protector could be nice protection as well with the Living Armor. But, of course, more lockdown on top of the Phoenix, and Faceless Void assistance, the Overgrowth as a follow-up could be fun. We'll see. We'll see if that comes out. But Madison not going to figure how they're going to deal around this Faceless Void. And what's really a big ultimate, Doom comes to mind. Dooming a Faceless Void is so good because all of a sudden he's like, oh, crap, I can't do a damn thing. Everything looks good on your end. Awesome. But yeah, Doom's not the most popular. I do like Doom against Faceless Void. Though, with that in mind, they still could use their offlaner, unless they plan their offlane Marana right now. But Dooming up a Brewmaster, too, on top of the Silence of Skywrath made even more value for the Doom. That could be coming out right here. So that would be kind of a stretch pick prediction that I would make off the top of my head right now for Madison. They are using plenty of time, though. They still, I'm going to guess that, I mean, again, Marana's, I shouldn't even guess. She really is one of those heroes. She literally could be any core, mid, safe, or off lane, and it could work out very well. Against the Faceless Void, I think an Ogre Marana off lane could be really strong.
Radiant team pick.
But they actually might have Ogre babysit the safe lane, which is going to be an Ursa, apparently. Ursa, yet another hero that's so good against Phoenix. Not that good against Brewmaster, though, so the Ursa, I think they already had enough answer with the Bloodlust buff and Marana. I'm a little worried for Madison that they're kind of overdoing the Ursa idea. Almost like, okay, we need something else, which it's not bad, but again, against a Brewmaster, Ursa can have issues with that Drunken Haze. Now, the interesting part about Ursa with missing, ooh, we got an Invoker player. I like it. Yeah, get excited. I've always loved seeing Invoker. Sorry, but when Ursa misses on attacks, it actually does not take off the Fury Swipe. So he the Overpower. So he will keep on attacking like crazy until he doesn't miss. So I guess there is kind of the give and take right there, where it actually could be decent as well. But Invoker fourth pick even for Toronto. Great into the Faceless Void Chronosphere. He is going up against a Skywrath Mage, though, so that silence could be pretty annoying. And that's one concern I do have for the Invoker. But I do like the Invoker pick overall. I expect him to go Quas Wex right now. Quas Wex, mainly because they could use more control.
5 seconds remaining.
Is the biggest logic I have. But we'll see what Invoker goes right now. Or eventually. They still have their final pick, which Maybe they're going to Brewmaster support. Okay, this is going to be the Bane in the end. Interesting. So they go Bane. Madison, I think it's going to be a Skywrath Ogre support, and they're probably going to get their mid-hero now against the Invoker. Trying to think. Tinker feels okay for Madison if they do have a Tinker player. Against like Faceless Void and Bane, it's not the greatest, but at the same time, Laser could do plenty. Also decent into the Invoker matchup. Trying to think of another hero that would be also pretty good against Invoker. Something like Alina, just your standard, I suppose, wouldn't be bad here either. For Madison, yet another egg carrier or killer. Well, they're coming down to the wire. Storm Spirit.
You may now select your heroes.
I am not sold on that Storm Spirit. And even more reason to go Quaswex for Invoker early on, in my opinion. Tornado EMP combo will wreck him. You're dealing with the Chronosphere. You're dealing with Bane. Not the biggest fan of the Storm Spirit pick right here, but we'll see. Whenever you pick a Storm Spirit, you're usually very confident with the hero. So I'm guessing the man playing it here, which I don't even know what to call him. I'll call him Face because it looks like a face, I guess. He's probably pretty confident playing this hero. Played it plenty of times before. And for that alone, of course, you got to definitely look at that. But not the freest Storm Spirit game, though, either. So a little concern there for him. I do like the Skywrath support. I like the supporting cast of the Ogre Skywrath, though. Ursa, I mean, again, they have ways to take care of the Phoenix Save. That's definitely not going to necessarily be an issue, ideally. It's just a matter of can they fight around these Chronospheres effectively enough. Deal with Invoker, not letting him take off is the ultimate question. And this is it, you know, best of one. It's I believe it's a group stage format here. So they're going to be playing all these other teams, all these other universities that are participating in this Rush Gaming tournament throughout. But you only get one chance against each to then eventually attempt to move on to the final stage of the event, which will be in early December, as mentioned. So here we go. Toronto versus University of Wisconsin-Madison, or University of Madison, Wisconsin. We'll go ahead and have that backwards right there. Them Badgers. Bane is going to get a ward down early on in the mid lane. What did Invoker go, by the way? He went Exort. Okay. Interesting. I mean, Exort's obviously not bad either. They do have Sunstrike set up with the Chronospheres. Bane on top of that, of course, so...
Bane of your existence. It was honorably done.
How did you land that Sunstrike? So, I'm trolling him right now. He did the early Sunstrike. Some fun banter in chat.
To battle.
Ideally, this will allow him to be a little more effective in the laning phase as far as last hits go. But, yeah, to each their own. Both have their benefits. Personally, again, would have gone the Quaswex, but... Some Invoker players aren't as comfortable playing Quaswex yet. Of course, the Quaswex build it's been much more recent. Of course, Thompson at TIA was really a player that made it shine. Not that he created it by any means, but really brought it back, if anything, and made people realize the strength of it. By the way, Ogre gets the bounty rune. Is he dead, though? I don't think he is. In fact, the arrow hits just in case. Even without that, though, I think he's fine. It's a damn Ogre, after all. He's got the Stout Shield, 3 mangoes, plenty of regen. He's good to go. So, speaking of the lanes, they put Brewmaster in the safe lane on the Radiant side. That means Faceless Void is going to be up here. Very interesting, because, again, Brewmaster... Like I was saying, Brewmaster's pretty good against Ursa with that drunken, the drunken haze, or more so, yeah, the drunken haze. Like there's the give and take with the missing and everything, but I still think for preventing him from last hitting effectively and being just really annoying, very good against it. So I don't know if they expected Ursa to go off lane. I guess that's possible, maybe an aggressive Ursa. But they're not rotating or anything, so I suppose they are fine with these matchups for the time being.
Nice try.
Faceless Void. Ideally, he should get okay farm up here. Also, Bane being up here. is going to try to deal with the Skywrath the best he can, but with that Arcane Bolt, I expect to see Skywrath. In fact, I'm surprised he hasn't used it more than he has already in this early laning phase. I'd expect to see that coming out quite a bit. As no, not going to come out yet. So that's it. Now that's where Faceless Void does have the better chance, I suppose, is that he has a time walk. So whenever that Arcane Bolt comes out, he just time walks away and takes out the damage. But it's a pretty long cooldown. I don't know. I'm mind gaming myself right here. I'm really trying to just overanalyze this and overthink it. Either way, is what it is in the laning phase. And we'll see how it plays out in the end. Bottom lane, first blood potential. Mirana, she does not have a leap. Still level 1. She just throws at the arrow in desperation. That's going to be first blood. Going the way of Toronto. So Mirana porting back in, but good job by the Phoenix and the Brewmaster. Making that kill happen. Storm Spirit trying to run uphill, but takes some cold snaps to the face and the Force Spirit minus armor. Having to be a little careful about that. But still showing that he's not necessarily afraid of running at the Invoker. There is an Arcane Rune that Storm Spirit would like to have, I'm sure. I mean, both would like to have it. Storm Spirit maybe trying to wait for the bottle, which... No, he doesn't have a bottle coming out. So, does he see it? No, he doesn't. Neither one sees it, actually. So, still just sticking in the laning phase. Spell's not the biggest deal, but potentially want that soon. Ogre TP into the Shrine and is going to get another ward down for the team. And there's the Arcane Rune going to be picked up by Invoker, actually. Goes over and says, oh, piece of candy. I'll take it. Skywrath running away. As Bane's chased in after him. Faceless Void, though, he's 16-2 right now. You got Ursa at 15-0, so both cores up here at the top lane are managing to do very well. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Mirana 11-1, Brewmaster 10-1. Middle lane, Storm Spirit 10-1, Invoker 9-7. So Invoker's denying quite a bit in this mid lane matchup. He does have the slight level advantage thanks to that. About a half a level over him right now. Another cold snap doing some good damage. Does he have a Sunstrike for the kill? Nope. Not going to go for it. And Storm was healing up at the bottle anyway, so not going to waste the mana. Ursa trying to run after the Bane. The sleep comes out, though. It's going to be taken off by Skywrath, but just simply too late. And now Bane running after Skywrath. But that's dangerous, man. Now, he doesn't have his Earthshock yet, so he can't slow him, of course. And he's just out of range. He's 5 movement speed slower, 309 to 314. You can just tell. He's like, get back here. No, just out of range, so not going to connect. As I say that, he is going to at least get one hit in as Ogre dies at the bottom lane, meanwhile. Apparently we're not done down here just yet, though. Mirana wanted to finish off Phoenix. He pops a salve, though, and now they're turning on Mirana, who's got another leap, but a little frustrated that she couldn't make that current kill happen, I'm sure. Invoker hitting level 5. We haven't seen the Sunstrike just yet, I believe. Or have we? No, yeah, no assist yet, so something else to keep in mind if you're, especially on the dire side, if you happen to be a little bit low. And again, Bane with the sleep setup here at the top lane.
You get nothing.
Looking for the potential kills there. Check runes, please. Bounty runes are coming up in about 5 seconds. Ogre's already heading to this one. You got Storm's going to pick up the bottom one up here, and he has the bottle even, so extra value there. And Skywrath got his, so a 3-for-1 in favor of the University of Madison, Wisconsin. Playing that dire side. Bottom lane again, pressure in. Expect to see the Sunstrike maybe, Ogre Magi. There we go, he's not going to run into it, but he still should be dead. So, just too slow. He ended up turning at the last second. Either way, he gets taken out. Bane will be fine meanwhile at the top lane, but a 3-0 start for the Radiant squad. Overall, though, it's not too shabby for the dire side. Both the big cores, Ursa and Storm Spirit, are doing all right in their matchups. Invoker's managing to control these runes early on, though, so usually a little surprising. Storm Spirit, of course, he just gets level 6, and now he has the ball lightning to even use. But with that bottle as well, you figured he'd be more on top of trying to make sure to get the runes. In fact, that double damage rune was there for a minute and a half before it was picked up. He does pick up an arcane rune that happens to spawn at 6 minutes.
Dire's
That's the good news, as Bane got a little load of Sky Wrath, but he pops a Shrine. So he's going to be good to go.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Invoker making use of this double damage rune. He does have a point of Wex now, so he has his full arsenal good to go.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
There's Alacrity, man.
Dire's structures
Sunstriking, top lane. There's a sleep setup. Ursa goes down. No chrono even needed. That sleep setup obviously fantastic for the Sunstrikes, but now Invoker's in trouble. Ghostwalk, he gets it queued up. He's trying to get away. It's not enough, though. He was just in range of the tower for long enough, and also with the Static Remnant. First damage to finish the job. Meanwhile, Mirana, bottom lane, leaping away so slowly, though, is going to manage to stay out of range of Brewmaster. As he also beats on TPs. Storm Spirit, one of those TPs, flying in, using the bottle charges, will at least take out Phoenix. Now going for the Brewmaster. Did Mirana overcommit? Maybe. Another auto attack. No, the double kill for Storm. Sunstrike, it connects, though. Well placed by Itsuka. Managed to at least finish off Mirana, but good rotation as well from Storm Spirit. Both mids kind of doing their job there. That's some pretty high-level play, I'm not going to lie. I really did not know what to expect going into this event. Being collegiate teams and everything, but these two squads definitely pretty well matched. Let's see if I can see any... I'm guessing it's a mix of Divine players and Immortal even. On several, so. Sky Wrath slept up. Where's the Sunstrike? Here it comes. Boom, shakalaka. It does not get any easier than that. And Faceless, buddy, he had a chrono there. You got a chrono there for that kill. Meanwhile, Storm Spirit, he gets the Invis Rune, but at what cost? He's in trouble. He has no mana currently. However, the Invis Rune is going to allow him to walk away just fine. Ursa trying to still run down the Bane, but Bane kites him too well. Stays alive. But yeah, the Faceless Void, he thought he could man out. That's the thing with Ursa, though. You think that you're like, okay, I'm fine. It's only 2 attacks. And by the third, it's like, all of a sudden you're almost dead. And the fourth one comes out before you can react. Primal split bottom. Mirana, no more leaps. Sunstrike, it's going to be a little bit too far. But again, they get the kill anyways. Using that Primal split now to go after Ogre Magi. He's trying to turn on a Phoenix. Phoenix, though, keeping it kind of has some Fire Spirits. Going to throw them out. And they get the double kill on Bad, who's actually playing pretty good. Chronosphere is still ready. Sunstrike, 3 seconds. Feels like a Chrono's a kill here. Brain Sap, Sunstrike, yeah. I was going to say, Sunstrike, just good placement. Yep. Oh, no, overpower. It wasn't enough damage up front. That creep wave caused an issue. Is it enough for the actual finish? The arrow onto Bane, trying to prevent him from another brain stab for the time being. 3 more seconds. Faceless Void runs him down, though, and eventually leaps away or walks away even. So it was a little bit closer than I expected. I thought for sure that was an easy kill, but they do get it nonetheless. So kill-wise, this Radiant squad looking pretty good, a.k.a. the University of Toronto. But Madison, Wisconsin. Their cores continue to do pretty solid, Storm Spirit included. He's going to go that Kaya. Such a momentum item, and going to try to pick off Invoker. Miss Tornado on Storm, and he's dead. It's only level 1 Wex anyway, so even if it does hit, I don't think it really matters.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
10-minute bounty runes or so. Almost acting like he's going to be blinking in right there, but of course no blink yet. Just has Phase Boost Ring of Acula. Oh, they're going for Brew. Big burst. That Ancient Seal comes out. Not only is it the silence, but the enhanced damage. He shows right there. Mystic Flare, though. Not as good as Phoenix has the Icarus time to get out. However, Storm is going to chase enough for the kill. The proc of the Overload. He doesn't have his Electric Vortex yet, but it's not needed there. Using that Arcane rune to its fullest. Such a good rune on this hero. Faceless Void going the Mask of Madness this game.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Trying to think if I like that or not.
Dire's top tower is under
That or
attack.
the Battle Fury route. You have an Invoker. We went with the Exort build.
Who spoiled that shot?
I think he could have gotten away with the Battle Fury this game. Granted, the Dire team is no doubt wanting to play fast. So I think that's the biggest concern with going to Battle Fury is that the Dire team is going to be running at you. Madison, Wisconsin is looking to win this earlier on. You have the Ursa is going to get a blink in the near future. You have the Marauder and the Storm Spirit cores. All three of these cores, they play fast. So having the Mask of Madness will allow Faceless Void to ideally compete with that fast pace earlier on in the game. However, it doesn't help secure them that late game, potentially down the line. So it's give and take for me. I don't think there's a wrong answer.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
That's always so frustrating. I play Faceless Void a little bit myself, and that's always so frustrating when you go for a last hit on a creep and you accidentally bash them for a little too much damage and you can't hit them again. Whoops, Primal Split, not going to be used just yet. Ursa, he's dove really deep, though. He's in a lot of trouble. Fiend's Grip is ready. Yeah, they're going to catch him eventually. The rest of his team just basically bailed on him. Sunstrike to get the assist or even credit for the kill. For Invoker. Storm Spirit, he might be in trouble. Going to be lifted up over here. As a Primal Split now comes back together, but I don't think they can get here in time. In fact, they're not even trying, really. A little too far away. Look at this top lane, though. Faceless Void is pushing it in. And he's thinking about going the Shadow Blade next.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Shadow Blade, I think, is great against the Storm Spirit, so to be able to catch him with a stealthing in and then throwing out the Chronosphere. You like that direction.
Storm Force, double damage.
Ursa, he's going to sneak in for a Roshan. He's got the Morbid Mass, so he's good for that. Meanwhile, Mirana picked off, I'm guessing a Chronosphere at the middle lane, though. Invoker goes down as these three heroes come together, but it looks like, yeah, that was the top lane Chronosphere used by Faceless Void. And that new Mask of Madness of his to secure it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
There goes Roshan, though. Aegis in the hands of Ursa now.
Dire's bottom tower.
That is the other thing with this Mask of Madness build, though. It's more committed towards the idea of I fight when I have Chrono. Whereas a Battle Fury, you know, you can farm more of those efficient later game items such as the Manta, the Butterfly, etc. And you don't necessarily need to 100% rely on your Chrono for kills or competing in team fights. Where this whole Mask of Madness Shadow Blade is definitely more about that. They want to kill Faceless. Ancient Seal comes out. Now he's dead. I was going to say, if they get the silence off, that's a kill, and sure enough, it was. Now Bane pulled back in. Storm showing that he has the Electric Vortex now, and coming into play. And this Storm Spirit's starting to go ham. He's 5-0-3 right now. We'll call him Face. The Face that is. And with that Kaya finish, the Orchid queued up. Invokers going right into the Axe. We're not seeing the early Urn that we've been seeing a lot of Invokers lately. He's insisting on going the Axe now. Urn on an Export Invoker isn't as popular. I personally think it's still really good because you're still leveling up Quas. And the Urn Cold Snap combo is what really matters. So I like it, but again, it's understandable to see the Axe as soon as possible too because, as we all know, Invoker is a much different hero when you can have that 2-second Invoke compared to the 6 seconds. Phoenix just pushing out the bottom lane, but safe. Seems like University of Toronto needs to be playing around this Chronosphere, though, big time. He's trying to... Faceless Void has been sitting at this top lane for a while, but the map control, they're starting to lose it quite a bit. Now, they do have very aggressive wards over here in the Dire Jungle, but take advantage of that Chronosphere, the big team fight tool, the synergy of your team. And it seems like he is heading towards the team right now. However, Ogre, he's in a very dangerous spot. Sleep, Sunstrike, not going to really do it much, though. Definitely doesn't kill the Skywrath. Radiant team afraid to fight for now, but now with the Faceless coming over, that could change. Arrow goes right on through. Ogre running at them. Here we go with the Supernova. Not the greatest, though. That wasn't really as planned, I'm sure, but they are going to catch Ogre, and they will take him out. But they lose him in tier 1, so yeah, that Supernova, it was very ambitious. It was very, like, hoping that they were jumping at that point, almost, it looked like. But the Dire team, Madison, Wisconsin, they were actually very smart about that. They didn't overcommit into set abilities, played it safe, and they get the easy tower kill. Three-man smoke gank from the University of Toronto. They have vision over here once again. They see Mirana. Gonna try to maybe go for a kill on her. Faceless Void. Bane might just open with the Fiend's Grip. Yep. Got a jump, Sunstrike, easy kill.
With honor.
Good patient smoke gank there. And good use of the vision. Ursa just got his blink purchase, so it's being delivered now.
Let the fun begin.
See the blink on Brew as he showed off, and he's going to try to show it off again, jumping on Ogre Magi. Doesn't have mana for the Primal Split currently. That's a little bit of a miscue. Cold Snap helps to kill the Ogre Magi with the Meatball, but now faces what he's silenced up. He can't do a damn thing, including a good Chronosphere. He's dead for 35 seconds. Mismanagement right there between the lack of mana on Brewmaster and Faceless jumping into a silence. Faceless, yeah, that's another thing with this build too. He needs a Mantar BKB this game, or that's going to keep happening. Madison, Wisconsin, hell of a fight. They make it a 3-for-1. And they're thinking what to do. They can't do Roshan, because it's still a while before he's up. I guess Ursa still has the Aegis. Although, it's going to be wearing off in 5 seconds, so.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And the other thing about that push, too, Invoker didn't even have his Axe finished, which he does get right here. So, yeah, a little bit of a mistiming. They got the smoke gank. Doesn't necessarily mean you need to be pushing towers after it, though. As Faceless again with the Sky Wrath. Yeah, he's silenced up, no chance. And you have an Orchid coming as well. So this Faceless Void, as farmed as he was early on, it doesn't seem like he's going to be the most impactful, unfortunately, right now. It is a tough game for him. Silences are proven to be very efficient against him. Ursa wants to hug somebody. Ogre just charges in, and there we go with the Brewmaster. Usually Brewmaster is so tanky, and not right there. He evaporates. He only has a blink and phase boost, though. Sunstrike, that's not going to kill the Ursa. It does a good amount of damage to the Meatball, but he's fine, and now he could turn back in. Arcane Bolt's coming out. The Chronosphere finally happens on top of the Phoenix. That's the combo they're looking for. They catch Ogre, and they catch the Mirana. They don't catch the Storm Spirit or Ursa, though. That's the unfortunate side of it, and Storm just flies away. Ursa's already running, and the rest will be fine for the Dire team. So, obviously good for Toronto that they got those kills, but not necessarily the ones they were hoping for.
Tis mine.
Ursa popping the shrine. Ogre's working on the 8th one. That's already an Orchid finish. Orchid Kaya. 20-minute Orchid Kaya. That's a lot of... Where is he going? Holy crap. I mean, it's ridiculous that he can even go that far and still have the mana left, but welcome to Kaya. Burst down the Brewmaster. Yeah, I gotta say I was a little skeptical on the Storm Spirit pick, but It's proven to work out. The Chronospheres from Faceless Void haven't necessarily been there, and going the Exor build on Invoker, I think, are the biggest keys. Speaking of that, Sunstrike's not going to hit, and that was a bold attempt from Invoker trying to jump the Storm Spear like that. At least he gets out, although he's going to be dusted up, and they're going right back in. Invoker's in trouble now. He's dead. No chance. And we saw what happened in the middle lane, meanwhile, killing Phoenix. Madison, Wisconsin. They're just going to transition into pushing the tier 2 bottom.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
As foretold.
Skywrath moving up here. Brewmaster going to jump him, though. Yeah, Sunstrike should secure it.
Wings of light, carry me off.
Ursa TP'd into the shrine, though, but ooh, the Shadow Blade Faceless Void. Chose not to go in. Ursa, did he not see him? Really? Wow. He was hiding in there. Just hit enough. Jeez. Faceless Void's still here with that Shadow Blade. He's going to go for Murano. And we'll see if this works. This is what I'm afraid of. Storm was nearby. Now Brewmaster trying to react. Sunstrike coming out. No, she leaps away. She avoids and Faceless goes down. Brewmaster is also dead as a result. So to be fair, they don't have the vision we do, but that's what I was worried about with trying for that attempt. The heroes were nearby, including the Storm Spirit, who can get there very quickly. And he did a good job with his positioning. Tornado hits with the EMP. Cold snaps. Fiend's Grip. Going for Ursa. There's the meatball. A nice setup there. Good Invoker combo, but Storm, good luck stopping him now. No Chronosphere to use, so free reign for the Storm Spirit. Gets killed Invoker. Buyback from Brewmaster is only going to turn into a dieback, unfortunately. And we're starting to see that momentum just get completely out of hand now in favor of the University of Madison, Wisconsin. Bane's picked off. Killing spree for the Ogre. How about that?
One in a row for you.
And you?
Hey, look at what's coming. Murana almost has a BKB finish now. Ursa, of course, did die during that, but he's got the Basher already picked up. Storm has his own BKB. But you thought he was already a tough stop. I mean, to be fair, even with the BKB, the Fiend's Grip and the Chronospheres are still there. So they still have those stopping tools. So I don't think BKB is the most intimidating item to see on the Storm Spirit. It does hurt Invoker's chances, though.
Dire's bottom tower is under
and Invoker is going Yule, so talking about item, you gotta remove silence.
Is under attack.
Faceless is getting a BKB as well.
Roshan has fallen to the dark.
Immortality is mine.
They give the Aegis a Storm Spirit this time, of course. Cheese for Ursa.
The prize is mine.
Phoenix is trying to finish the Heaven's Halberd. Fantastic against the Ursa. I feel like that's one of those items. Whenever you're playing an Ursa, you need somebody to get a Heaven's Halberd. He's one of those heroes that stupid strong against. Could work out pretty well for the Radiant, although Dire team uphill. Ogre's going to spot. Okay, Bane gets jumped. Storm Spirit flies in. Faceless is still looking for the Chronosphere. He finally uses it over here. Yeah, Invoker dealing with the Storm Spirit. Gets a combo off the Cold Snap and the Tornado. And the Meatball going down. Pulled him with a Vortex. The Chronosphere didn't result in the kill, though. Faceless Void goes down. They do get the Aegis burnt over here, but with Faceless dead for 40 seconds now. Obviously, Invoker was dealing with the Storm Spirit that whole time, so the damage follow-up into the Chronosphere is basically non-existent. They didn't even Supernova either. University of Toronto just simply not on the same page. Brewmaster is going to get caught too. And I think it's safe to say this Storm Spirit is officially out of hand now. man they call Face. Oh, that's what I'm calling him. I don't know what he's actually called.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures.
Ursa shredding up Bane, gets slept up. The concussive shot coming through. Ursa, Fiend's Grip locked down, so he might be dying right here. Over to the side though. It's Suka, able to get the Ghost Walk off and survive for now. Ogre, he too is going to get caught, so 2 are dead on the Dire side. Dire overcommitting a little bit. University of Toronto fighting them off though. There's the Heaven's Halberd finished on Phoenix. Level 20 Storm Spirit though. And now he's thinking of going to Lincoln's next, and then he has the Axe Kit up after that. So he's got his mind on what he's building for the remaining of the game. Okay, that's Chrono. They get the kill, but Storm Spirit flies in once again. Pulls in Faceless. He's fine, though. Storm couldn't get there quick enough, so that Chronosphere does come through, and it doesn't actually have a downside this time. It's it's been the theme this game. Chronosphere has been nice, maybe, but it just backfires on them. This time, they get the kill, and everyone stays alive. So good news there for the University of Toronto. Bane trying to get some of that aggressive vision down again. He gets one here, but you look at the map, and other than that one, it was very defensive for the time being. Although the Dire team isn't much better right now. They do got a deep port here. As I say that, new word placed. So the supporting cast doing a good job here for the University of Madison, Wisconsin. Phoenix. I don't know if he's trying to TP or what, but didn't actually TP, so. It almost looked like they might have thought that he was over there, but no, they're just going to run down. So Phoenix TP's back, actually. Brewmaster's going to run right into an Ogre. Trying to set up in position. Unfortunately, he's found, and he's out for about 50 seconds.
I thought that was you.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Radiant team do what they can, and Feeble's put up, slowing down this pressure. Faceless Void, Chrono's up in 2. Not going to risk it, though. Brewmaster's still dead for another 20 seconds. Yeah, that's been a struggle for Brewmaster, hasn't it? Only a blink phase boot still. And now 30 minutes in. He's trying to work on a Neon Disc, which is great, but you have an Abyssal Blade just finished, meanwhile, on Ursa on the other side.
Invisibility.
Lincoln's is just about here for Storm Spirit. Mirana. She's doing all right. Oh, okay, well, there's a full Mjolnir. That makes more sense.
Shadows take us.
Hope for a lucky arrow, but not going to land. Still a minute and a half before Roshan could spawn. Wouldn't be surprised if Madison, Wisconsin is just playing around that. Wait for it. They have a very good Roshan taking team with the Ursa lead in the way.
Dire are scanning.
And then try to finish the game after the fact. So, good respect the strategy. Don't overcommit.
Gold and sweet.
Mine!
Selfish. Let the fun begin.
They do have an 18,000 net worth lead. So we're going to find out soon what the next Roshan spawn will be. Obviously, Wisconsin's hoping for a quick one. What do we have with levels? Storm's 21. Rana's almost to be 20. It's going to be a really long Roshan, unfortunately. So 2.5 minutes. Well, Radiant's going to try to make a smoke play now. Faceless Boy had to buy back earlier, so that BKB still not finished. Ursa is probably going to be caught here. No, he blinks right at the last second. He saw the meatball coming in. They get the lockdown on the Brewmaster as well, but the Chrono Spirit not used just yet. Maybe get Storm. No, Storm got out just before. And the sleep on a Faceless Void in the midst of that. In the background, Bane goes down, lift up on Invoker. And with that yields, he comes back down. Faceless Void beat down, though, from Ursa. Phoenix, as the egg goes off and gets a stun, but it doesn't matter. It's just Invoker alive at that second, but he falls shortly after, and now Phoenix is also dead. As Toby Wan Kenobi would say, it's a disaster! That was horrible. I tried. No, that was pretty bad, unfortunately, for the Radiant. Again, you could tell Faceless Void really wanted to catch a Storm. He just kept hesitating a little bit too much, and he finally went for it. Unfortunately, missed the Storm, and then disaster ensued. So that was the all-in fight for the Radiant team to at least keep themselves in this game, I feel like, but gotta say, University of Wisconsin-Madison, or Madison-Wisconsin, excuse me, is pushing down middle, and I would find it hard to believe that this is a game that they're going to be on the losing end of.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Roshan not even up just yet, but obviously they're just going for tier 3. Everyone's going to resurrect at about the same time, but they don't have Chrono now. And of course, the Dire knows this. Bane, he gets pulled in. He's alive a little bit longer, but no. The Abyssal Blade was used on him. EMP thrown out as well. They both buy back immediately. Here comes the Meteor. Nothing Blast, unfortunately, missing. Silence up on Brewmaster, so we can't even Primal Split just yet once again. Sunray heal, trying to keep him alive at the back lines. No, he can't get the Primal Split off. He dies right before. Ursa jumps back in. He's going after Invoker. The multicast, triple kill for Storm. Double kill for Murata. And the diebacks keep happening. Oker's just going to... Let's call it what it is. He's going to BM a little bit. He wants to resurrect, though, damn it.
Is under attack.
Illusion? Stupendous!
Radiant's top shrine is under attack. Dire victory.
And they just give in. GG's called. It's official. The game going the way of the University of Madison, Wisconsin. Congratulations to them, and got to say they played it very well. They definitely deserve that victory. obviously, for University of Toronto. Also, valiant effort. Something tells me I wouldn't be surprised to see these two teams, honestly, in the finals at the end of it. I haven't really watched anyone else, frankly, but I was genuinely impressed by both squads and the level of play in this match. So congratulations to them, Madison, and really both teams in that sense. And this is just a group stage match, best of one. So take it how you will. But that is going to do it for this match here. Once again, I was BreakyCPK. Thank you guys for tuning in. We do have another one coming up later tonight. Let me double check on who that's going to be. It will be... There we go. Who is it? It starts in about 2 hours from now. It's going to be the University of Colorado Boulder versus the University of California Santa Cruz. So that'll be our later matchup in about 2 hours from now on this same stream that that you can check out here. So I want to thank you guys again for tuning in. Again, I was BreakyCPK. You can follow me at BreakyCPK on Twitter, as well as Facebook and all the social media platforms, Instagram, etc. And thank you for tuning in to this Rush Gaming Collegiate Tournament. Again, you can download the Rush Gaming app on the Google Play Store. You download it, it's a watcher for watching streams such as this one, and you can also support streamers like myself that are casting some matches, giving me likes and stars on the app is a way to support in the end. So, yep, it was fun. Have a good night, guys. We'll see you later on, about 2 hours from now, for our following match.